From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for April 9th, 2018. I'm Chelsea Law.
And I'm Nathaniel Rodriguez. Thanks for joining us this evening. Troy students got their first look at what next year's Trojan football is going to look like on Friday afternoon as the team held a scrimmage in Veterans Memorial Stadium, but also took the time to recognize their biggest cheering section. Janae Jordan has the details.
On Friday afternoon, the Troy University football team held its Student Appreciation Scrimmage game to give away prizes to students and for the football team to show off what they have been working on since spring practice started.
Fun day. Had a really good student turnout. Appreciate all the Greek life showing up before they went down to the Greek Week finals. So, I don't know what the final count was, but we had a good number here. Beautiful day. It's kind of one of your normal spring practice days.
The Student Appreciation game included tickets to the Battle of the Belt game, a punt, pass, and kick competition, a raffle for a free Yeti cooler, and free Troy gear.
I had a good experience. It was really fun watching the boys get to practice and kind of scrimmage against each other. I got the chance to call a play for the offensive team, so it was really fun.
After winning the Sun Belt Conference Tournament, the New Orleans Bowl, and the big game against LSU last season, the students are looking forward to seeing what the Trojans have in store for this football season.
I had a really good experience this year at the football games. I got to go to the LSU game, so that was really fun. That was probably my favorite football game this season, and I'm really excited for next year's football season.
The Trojans will host their annual T-Day spring game on Saturday, April 21st at noon. Janae Jordan, Troy TrojanVision News.
Troy fans will get their first real look at the 2018 Trojans when they open their season against Boise State on September 4th.
Last week was Troy University's Greek Week, a week-long competition between sororities and fraternities to see who's the best in a variety of competitions. All the activities wrapped up with what's probably the most physical of all the challenges. Nick Brooke has the story.
The Greek Games was the only event going on Friday for Greek Week. Greek Week Executive Director Justin Buford wanted to bring a new look to the Greek Games, one that would help connect Greek life.
This year we decided to switch things up because in the past we've done the same thing over and over again. Greek Games is a fun time. It's like competition between the organizations, but in reality we want it to bring, good friendly competition and unity and get to interact with other organizations that you don't get on a daily basis.
It was a unanimous decision on how Greeks felt the committee did on the Greek Games.
The committee did a great job. Everything was very well coordinated. All the games were really fun. It was a good change up from what we've done in the past.
It's a lot different than the way it was last year, but it was a cool twist.
They mixed it up this year from past years and more interesting, more entertaining.
I think that they did really good with picking new things, a lot more different things than last year.
The Greek Games concluded the events where fraternities and sororities could compete. The games included a relay race with numerous obstacle courses and a game of tug-of-war.
Buford and the other executive director, Sophie Gelibert, thought of the relay race on their own and kept it a surprise for everyone until the game started.
We pulled just different events from college life, really, tailgating, cornhole, and then we put some inflatables, like a Spartan run, that's what we based it off of.
It was a split decision among Greeks on what the most challenging part of the relay race was, a decision between grossness or teamwork.
The food challenge, there was ketchup on a marshmallow, and it just looked really disgusting, and there was a lot of it to eat.
The part that involved two people, because all of the other obstacles just involve one person.
By far, the eating challenges was pretty gross.
The skis, because our guys had to work together to get through it. They stumbled a time or two.
With the eating contest with the marshmallows and ketchup.
Chi Omega and Alpha Tau Omega brought home the hardware as they took home first place individually for Greek Week. Nick Brooks, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Greek Week is one of 2 week-long competitions for Troy's Greeks. The other one is Homecoming Week in the fall. Troy's downtown square is known for being a place to shop or grab a bite to eat.
However, on Saturday night, the square became a concert venue offering an entertainment option for residents. Taylor Pollock has the details.
On Saturday, the Ty Reynolds Band performed at the Downtown Band Party on the Square, hosted by the City of Troy.
We have the Ty Reynolds Band, and when we booked the Ty Reynolds Band, we actually asked a lot of college students, and the majority of them chose the Ty Reynolds Band. They enjoy them.
Although the band was picked by students of Troy University, the band parties are open to all Troy residents.
It's a family-friendly event, and it's free.
According to Wyndham, having events like these are important because they benefit the city of Troy, particularly the downtown area.
Having our band parties and other events in downtown is important because the heart of a town is the downtown for the most part, and if we can keep things active in downtown Troy, have things going on, new businesses opening, it's just good for the city in general.
The multi-genre band performed songs old and new, encouraging everyone in the audience to enjoy the music and even with temperatures being in the low 50s and 13-mile-per-hour gusts of wind, some people stuck out the chilly weather to listen to the band.
We heard about the concert on the square, and we like to get involved in local events when we can. So we came out and just had a fun little afternoon on the square, and we're ending with the concert. We'll definitely be back. We come out pretty often. So.
Taylor Pollock, Troy TrojanVision News.
This Saturday, there will be a spring sidewalk sale featuring a number of downtown businesses from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Welcome to your TrojanVision Sports. I'm Brianna Jones. The Trojan baseball team recorded its second 10-run inning in a week to take the Sun Belt Series from Appalachian State in a dominating fashion Sunday afternoon at Smith Stadium. The Trojans ruled the Mountaineers in a 15-3 victory to grab the series win. Troy scored 10 runs on 9 hits in an explosive fourth inning to spark their 7th double-digit hit game in the last 8 games. Troy scored 10 in the top of the 7th in Wednesday's midweek win at Jacksonville State. The reigning Sun Belt Player of the Week, Drew Frederick, finished 4 for 5 with 2 extra base hits, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Starter Rush Hickson earned the win on the mound, striking out 3 and allowing 7 hits. Head coach Mark Smart on the game.
Yeah, it wasn't the most favorable conditions. We lost Friday's game and got in the hole there, down 0-1. And I thought our team would respond properly. We're an older team, more mature, and we did respond in a very mature manner. We played very well on Saturday in really difficult playing conditions for baseball.
Troy will get a rest from midweek action this week before facing the league-leading Coastal Carolina Chanticleers for a 3-game series at Riddle Pace Field starting Friday. The Trojan softball team also made the trip to Boone this weekend and swept the Mountaineers after a Saturday doubleheader. Troy dominated the game on a 15-2 victory over App State on Saturday. Troy put up its highest number of runs in the past 2 seasons at 15. Troy slammed 3 long balls in the 3rd inning alone, plating 6 runs. Troy added 1 more in the 5th, a grand slam by Brooke Eccles. It was the first slam of her career and her 2nd home run of the game. Both contributed to her career-high 6 RBIs in the game. The Trojans had to mount a comeback to win Game 2 of the doubleheader. Down 7 runs early, Troy fought back to defeat the Mountaineers 9-8 in the final game of the series to earn the sweep. The win was highlighted by home runs from Katie Webb and Stephanie Snyders and 2 RBI doubles from Snyder and Kaylee Hussey. Troy will travel to Birmingham to take on UAB on Tuesday at 6 p.m. before returning home to host Coastal Carolina for Alumni Weekend starting Saturday at 1 p.m. Troy men's track and field finished 2nd and the women finished 3rd at the Bill Carson Invitational hosted by East Carolina over the weekend. Casimir Taway brought home an individual victory with a 14.21 second run in the men's 110-meter hurdles. Riley Schweitz won the first collegiate event of her career with a personal best 42.56-meter throw in the javelin. On the track, the men's and women's 4x400-meter relay teams grabbed the top spots. Head coach Mark Davis talks about how the weather helped the team have a good outcome.
Yeah, we had a pretty good weekend at East Carolina. We had some people really step up despite the weather conditions. Friday was perfect, 75 degrees, sunny, not a cloud in the sky, so people went out and did some things. Riley Schweitz did a great job in the jav. I'm trying to think of who else we had. Oh, in the hammer, we had some good performances in that one as well, so we did some good things.
The Trojans will return to action this weekend at the Tiger Track Classic in Auburn. The Troy women's tennis team finished the regular season on a 5-match win streak as it defeated Appalachian State 6-1 and Coastal Carolina 4-3 over the weekend in Atlanta. The weekend began with a huge 6-1 victory over the Appalachian State Mountaineers on Friday. Following a day off, Troy competed in its last regular season match of the year, finishing with a 4-3 victory over Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers entered the match 15-6 overall after handing South Alabama its first Sun Belt loss of the season. 5 of the 6 singles matches went to 3 sets. Troy will look to continue its streak with a run in the Sun Belt Tournament April 20th through the 23rd in Peachtree City, Georgia. Seating and bracket information will be announced at a later date. The men's tennis team spent their weekend taking on some Louisiana teams, and one of those teams was the final match of the year before the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. Although the Trojans dropped the first match against XULA 4-5, the second match was in the Trojans' favor as they defeated New Orleans 4-1. The Trojans won the doubles point thanks to a 6-1 win by Andy Law and Giacu Duan, and a similar margin of victory with a 6-2 win from the combination of Mustafa Belcora and Amir Bedouin. Postseason play will begin soon for the Trojans as they will also travel to Peachtree City, Georgia to kick off the Sun Belt Conference Tournament beginning Thursday, April 19th.